Hi guys, once again welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nitali Agarwal, and as in previous video we have seen few basic commands in Python that we can use in Python in data science project using Python language in Jupyter Notebook. So as promised, from here on we will see further commands in Jupyter Notebook. Also the basic commands and required for any data science project. So thank you guys for subscribing to my YouTube channel, and do share, like, comment. So you have now 101 rows. Now what I want to do is I want to see what are my column names. So you can do data.df columns, and it will show you all the column names over here, all the column names it has given you. Now suppose you want to make a subset based on height column. You want to make a subset of just top 20 rows of based on height. You just want to take the top 20 values. Top 20 means first 20 values, not in matter of ordering or sorting, just the top 20 in your data set you want to take. How you will do that is, let's make a subset and name it as test. Test is equals to data underscore df, and which column I want to refer? I want to refer the column height. Okay, what I want the first 20 rows. Now let's see how it has run. Now let's see how your test look like. See, it has taken 0 to 19. It means the 0 it has taken the top 20 rows. Head is equals to 20, and it has given you the values. Now why you can see 20 over here? Because we have dropped two values, and if you see which value has been dropped, row number 17 has been dropped. That's why this is the row number that you are seeing from the original data set, but the value count is still the 20 only. It's still 20 only. Count is 20 only. Okay, so these all things you have to keep in mind when you are doing any Python code. Some people might ask you why 20 is coming if it starts from 0 and you have given head is equals to 20. You have to see why it is coming, because you have dropped one value and it is the number of rows that it is showing from your original data set. 17 is missing over here. That's why if you count, it is still 20 only. Now what I want is, I want to create a new subset such that I want to take in my subset the first 5 rows and first 3 columns only. So that subset name I am giving is test2, and from data underscore df I am taking iloc. It means you are locating, you are taking or indexing what I want to take top 20 rows or top 5 rows. So let's say top 20 rows only we are checking, and how many columns we are taking is 3 columns. Let us run. Let's see how test2 looks like. See, it has taken only 3 columns and it has given you the 20 rows. If you see over here also, 1 row is missing. Same thing has happened. I have taken the 3 columns now. So this is for indexing, you use iloc. Now what I want to do next is, I want to check the data type of any column. If you have to check the data type of any column, let's see how to do that. Suppose I want to check for age column. So first of all, you have to make your data frame name, and then you have to write the column name in square bracket in quotes. So you have written that dot d type. It means data type. So data type is integer 64. It is 64-bit integer. So that's why you have written that. Okay. Now what's next? What is the next thing that I want to see is, I want to make a new data set based on a condition. Okay, what is that new data frame? Suppose I am taking on height column, and only where height is greater than 70, I want only those values in my new data frame. So how to do that? Data underscore df underscore new. So these are just the names. You can give any names. I'm just giving for simplicity these names. So from this you have to take which column? You have to refer to height column. And remember, it is case sensitive. Python is case sensitive, so you have to be very crucial about it. If I write a small h in height, it won't take. So greater than 70. So if I take that, my data set has been created. Let's see that data set now. If you see this data frame now or data set now, see it has created, it has taken all the columns, but the number of those have reduced, and it has height greater than 70 only. If I want to, let's see the shape also of this column, of this data set. See the data, it is 32 only. Originally you were having 101 rows, but now you are having just 32 rows because they are matching the condition of height greater than 70. Now what is the next thing that I want to, these values are not sorted. Suppose I want to sort these values. I want to sort these values based on height only. So the visualization or just seeing the data makes it look great. So it is data, which data frame you are referring to. I'm referring to this data frame. I'm sorting the values, sort underscore values. This is the function that I'm using. I'm sorting by height. So it is very user friendly language. It is like a normal English language that you are reading. I want it in ascending or descending order. Suppose I want it in descending order, so I have to give ascending is equals to false. Again, see, it is as I'm saying, it is case sensitive. If you give all caps, it won't come in green. So actually green comes when it is already a system defined function. So false has become green now since I gave F capital and the rest all as small. Now if I want to do this, I have sorted it. See, it has given me all the values are sorted out. All the values are sorted out over here. Now let's move to just one last part I want to see. Tell you guys, that is a command that is pd.cut, or I have to make the bins of my data. So what I have to do, I am copying this into an other data frame. This is the normal command. You have to just move it equal to this data df will be copied to data underscore bins. So this is my new data df. I don't want to touch my original data set, that's why I'm doing so. So if you see data underscore bins, then it is the same. It is 101 rows with 6 columns. See, 101 rows with 6 columns you are having. Now what I want to do is I want to make the bins base for the age. I want to make 6 bins, 6 different sectors I have to make. So suppose what I want to do, I want to add a new column named as bins in my data underscore bins. So when you have to add a new column, just mention the data frame name, square bracket, and what is the new column that you want to create. How you want to create? You want to create through pd.cut command, that is you are making the bins in data underscore bins. What is that? Which column? It is the age column that I want to make for, and it is 6 bins suppose I have to make, and I want to give the labels. What are the labels that I have to give to my bins? Suppose I'm giving A, and then B, then C, D, E, and F. Okay, so these are the labels that I have given. Everything is done. Let's run this. It has run. Let's see how the data looks like now. Is the new column added or not? If you see now the column bins is added, and based on your different bins that are created, you have names have been assigned A, B, E. So 6 different, whatever was the length, what it has done is it has divided into 6 equal parts with the name A, B, C, D, E, F, and it has made the bins of the data. And this is what you can do when you are making any visualization, or even if you want to make any you want to just cut your data and see how the clusters are made, or you have to do some clustering or grouping or something, you can do all these things. So these are some of the basic commands that you will require very every time. I won't say now, very often you will require. I won't say that it is every time that you will require these commands, because these are the initial commands that any Python code will require, which is the Python for data science. You have many packages, many libraries available. So that's it in this session. I'll in further session we will go through the data visualizations and see how we can make different types of plots. And there are so many libraries you want. If you want, you can read about them. Apart from that, there is something also which you can see, which you can do is you can take any data set and you can try out these commands. You can do some more changes, explore it, and see how the things goes. So as of now, guys, this is it. And please do like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not done it already, and make it a famous channel. Please ask your friends and family also to subscribe. It is free of cost, and I'll go through each and every part as promised in data science. This is descriptive statistics that we have covered, and we are doing a hands-on session in Python, or we are seeing Python. Please do let me know through comment how was the session, and if you want me to take this similar thing in R also, I would be happy to do so. But as Python is in demand, that's why I preferred Python first. So till then, thank you guys.